I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is May 30th, Thursday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So what we outlined yesterday, and before I get into it, for the guy who unfollowed me, whatever your reasons are, I'm pretty sure it's because I haven't made a video since the 21st. I said I was going on vacation and I don't owe you anything also. So, I don't think I said I was going on vacation on the 21st, but I said it like on Monday or the 20th or something. But I'm a human. I have to take breaks. I take a vacation. Summertime, I like to take vacations, and I got another one coming in June, June 14th to June 21st. Okay, so June 14th to June 21st, I will not be making videos again because I will be on vacation. So, that being out the way. You need to be an independent thinker. I don't want to sit here. I make videos every day and take advantage of it, and don't take it for signals, but you need to be an independent thinker, and hopefully by me being gone, you seeing these videos, you start to see patterns, you start to see structure, you start to see, flow of where price should go. And that's the whole goal here. Your goal is not to just keep watching these videos to not end up learning anything, right? But anyways, that being out the way, I was mentioning here at this minute mark and I even mentioned it early. I mentioned it at the end too, but I mentioned it at 3 minutes and 39 seconds here on yesterday's video, saying that we were going to come for these lows here, right? We had a gap right here. We had these lows here. And what did we do today? Well, we did exactly that. So as you see here, and I'm coming in, if you're watching this for the first time or you're new or whatever the case is, you see this is not like hindsight. I mean, if someone's like, oh, you waited to the end until to take this liquidity, you waited till the end and you got this low. You couldn't have called it here. Well, dude, if you had to wait 10 days just for this setup, then fucking wait 10 days. For example, if you waited 10 days and you didn't trade any of this, but you got a break here, made it very clear, retrace back up, okay? Obviously, Nas retraced really high. And then you had a break. You had 3 drives. 1, 2, 3 drives. Break here below that low, right? Because that low created that high. So that's a break of structure. Retraces back up. Doesn't take out that high. Okay. Then you make a lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. And we just made a new lower low. Actually, 2 of them. But if you had to wait 10 days for this setup from here to here, would you wait? To knowing that you'd make $10,000, $20,000? Would you do that? So that's the whole point of this. Understanding that you're either on the buy side of the curve or the sell side of the curve. To keep it simple, this is higher low, higher high, higher low. Or if you just used it from here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Well, where's your higher low, right? So a pullback, if you take a look, when you're on the right side of the curve here, right, from higher low to higher high, you see it's constant higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, crack, right there, right? And you might say, oh, what about that? That was a higher low and then it came down. Well, it never broke that high yet, so it was still making a lower low right there to explain that. And sometimes you'll get a liquidity rate and then it'll take off. The bodies are completely away from it, right? So understanding that is, hopefully this is all making sense. Me getting back to the market today, it was I was a little anxious, a little bit nervous, but just like riding a bike, man, it's the same shit. And today couldn't have got any beautiful, man. Couldn't have got any more pretty, to be honest. So we'll start with this. And I'm going to show you from the trade. I'm going to show you the trades because some people don't believe I take these trades or blah, blah, blah. But very simple logic here. As you can see here, we had a lower low, lower high. Boom. We wake up. The price opened up and shot all the way down. Came and took out all that liquidity. So now when you're here, I'm already thinking this is a leg down, right? So in that leg down, you're going to get lower lows and lower highs, right? Very simple logic. So, and if anybody thinks that this market structure doesn't, or I'll get to that in a second. Actually, just give me a moment. So once we're here, this is London for you guys. Take a look at the 15 minute. 15 minute was very fucking clear. 15 minute right here. Look at this. See how this liquidity is sitting right there at, the London time? Okay. Lower low. Now you'd be buying this up for a lower high. What do you get? You get 3 drives. 1, 2, boom, 3. Big solid push up, right? And I didn't mark the chart well for you, but I already knew where I was. We were sitting in this hour imbalance. So I'll show you in a second. But when the market opens up right here at 9:30, it pushes down. All right, when we took out this piece of liquidity right here, these 2 pieces, I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'm still bearish, but I wanted to take a buy up and wipe out that high and get like to this 50% or even raid that. But I was wrong, and it ended up coming down against me. So I took a loss here, but it was very small. I mean, my entry was here, price came up, it failed, and I was like, oh shit, that was my sell. And then once it got down here, I got out. I mean, I'm literally have very small stop loss. We're talking about like 3 points stop loss. So no big deal. Shoots down. Once it shoots down here, I know that I'm sitting inside this imbalance right here on the 15-minute. I'm hovering it here. I'll show you in a second that I highlighted it, but I don't need everything on my chart. But anyways, price shot all the way down here. I'm on an oversold area. Boom. I get filled here. Price is shooting up. Nice little double tweezer bottom right there. Shoots up. Where am I taking this? I'm taking this at least to the open right here, because here is where the opening gap of the day is, plus any breakout artists for the. So when I missed this trade and the trade shot down, anybody who just pushed sell here, this is a breakout artist trade. So the price retraces back up. I talk about this on this channel all the time. Today, because I'm because I'm back new to the charts, I have to take it kind of easy. The number one goal for me, and this is to apply for yourself, is to take the profit. Once you take the profit and you take these trades, I mean, you stack your account and you're not trying to hit home runs. I'm hitting base hits. That's my goal, especially coming back to the charts after being gone this long. That being said, that's explaining this trade here. Now, you'll see in this 15-minute imbalance plus this down candle is why I was buying it right there. So if you take a look, I'll go to a 1 minute here for you. So if you take a look right here real quick, you'll see, and it's sold down and took out this liquidity right here. So I was trying to attack. I was going to attack this, but my goal was to get up just a little bit higher, and I just got greedy. And then that's the whole point of why I'm trying to tell you, you need to take the profit. So you'll see what I'm saying here. So I got it highlighted here, this 15-minute candle today at 22:30 a.m. 15-minute candle right there. See that right there? All Eastern time. If you drag that out, that imbalance, you can also see it on the 1 hour right here. So if it was the 2200 1 hour candle, bearish candle, but refined is this 15-minute. And if you take a look closer, you'll see here, I know, trust me, I'm a beast. See this little last down candle? This is the 3:45 a.m. down candle, 15-minute candle. So we have that down candle plus that inversion imbalance right there. And sure enough, when the price now comes, look at the 1 minute on my chart. When the price comes down to here, I have it literally hitting 50% of that area. So I have the inversion imbalance candle, I have the down candle, and I have just taken out all this green liquidity that I got highlighted, which is this higher low, higher low, higher low, right? So I got all that here built. Then I take the trade. So when I have this trade here, it's also on the oversold, and the purpose of is it coming back up. Okay, cool. Now I've spent enough time doing that. Give me a second here. Okay, cool. So now we explain that. Once I'm up here, what am I doing? I'm bearish. We're trying to break lows. So we get back up into this opening gap of today, looking for a sell. Boom, sell. Doesn't break that high. Shit breaks for a moment, but here is this trade here. So then we are up here, right? You see we're up here and we're on this up candle. Then we get a displacement coming down. I'm already in it. Price comes back, and at one moment I was shitting bricks because we were hitting this imbalance here and this imbalance here on the 1 minute, and I have it highlighted here, this imbalance here, right? But this is a bearish imbalance, so either this is going to hold or it's going to use as support to go up. So I wasn't sure if this trade was going to pan out, but I was on the right side of the market, meaning as you can see here, take a look. Now we got lower low and lower high. So the goal here is lower high to lower low. And where is that? It's to break this low. Again, I don't know what's going to happen today. I'm a little bit new back to the charts, but my goal was to take this trade from this level here and to break down and take out that low. As you see, I'm screenshotting it here just to show you that I'm mission accomplished, right? It does obviously break down and make a new lower low and lower high. Let's go and to see how it looks like right here. As you see, once we break that lower low right there, we tag the opening of the day, and we do bounce around a little bit for that. But this was a nice trade, but this was just way too fast. Couldn't catch it in me trying to fucking screenshot, which is the reason why I don't want to do that. But anyways, this is a beautiful buy, comes all the way back up. Why? So what's the logic of what I'm talking about? Well, lower high to lower low leg, and in that we have lower lows and lower highs, right? So when we come back up here, it's to just wipe out sellers. We'll come back down, it's just to wipe out buyers. When we were here at the 930, pretty much close to the open, we came back up. Why did I take that trade? Because I know that they're trying to wipe out the easy sellers that got in. Then we came back down to wipe out the buyers, come back up to wipe out the sellers, and so on. So with the ones, but I missed this here and I missed this trade down here. So now I'm taking a breather, and what do? We make another lower low, lower highs right there. This is, you might think it's a control of price, but at the same time, it's not really reliable. This ended up being the control of price right here. These two candles right here, this 931 and 932. And as you see, if I was to highlight that and drag it out, you can see that this is being held as resistance. And that's the reason why I also took this sell right here. Now you might be saying, what happened to the opening range? Well, I was trying to get that in the beginning, but because it's heavy, and if they're going to protect this area, and then I'm not really looking for it. It's not in my model. It's not the only model. This comes second. Structure and my bias is first, obviously. This is just a second or a third bonus. Anyways, that being said, here we break down here and we break down here. Once we break down right here, we do take the liquidity to the left right here. So I do try to take this trade. So what happens is I get this 1043 down candle, then the 1044 candle pops down in here, 50%. And it started popping back up. Took this trade. I was like, okay, I'm a little bit early for the 1050 to 1110 macro, but sometimes it's early. Sometimes it's cool to catch it early, and this didn't work out. But came back up. What did it do? Came back to squeeze out anyone early selling that were breakout artists here. Just created new liquidity, and then it dropped down again. All right. So then when it dropped down again here, look at this. I have this little line back here. This is an actual gap. Yes, this little line. You can barely see it on even my chart. It's hard for me to see it, so I had to draw and outline it with yellow. But if you're looking at this gap here, when I took this buy, can't make this shit up, man. When I took this buy right here, the other reason why I took this buy, besides missing it here, was, and by the way, we're very close to taking out that low. We're like literally a point, and we're literally about 5 ticks away from here to here. The reason why I take this, because I see this all the time. They'll build liquidity here first. They won't take out that low. They'll build liquidity. So it's either buying from above it or buying from below it, right? So my goal was if I was buying above it, I'm on an oversold. I have a divergence here as well. So from this low to this low, you can see it on here. It's this low and this higher low. So it's a divergence there. I should have waited for that, but I was literally just impatient. But I had the right idea, right? And I was just trying to build a lower low to lower high, right, to try to wipe out the people selling here. So when I'm here, the bodies are literally laying on that gap in the background. You don't see it on the 15-minute. Look, it's very, 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 it's very hard to see this. You can't even see it on this chart, but it's in the background. It's there. And if you're wondering which one that is, and I try to make this video short, dude. If you're wondering which one that is, I'm going to zoom in for you really good. You can't even you still can't, you can see it now. Now that I'm zooming all the way in. Look at it. Remember when we had this gap right here? This is between, this was Sunday the 19th, the opening of Sunday the 19th, May, right there, that gap. It was very tiny, but guess what? I got it on my chart. Do you got that on your chart? I doubt it. Now guess what? Bodies are sitting there respecting. Price came up. I'm on an oversold. I have a divergence. I took liquidity. Beautiful. I'm taking this buy. So if you see here, I'm taking this buy. Where am I taking this buy? My minimum target is here. That's why I'm screenshotted it here. Obviously, it went up more. Come to take out this high. This is my minimum target. This is my general target. And then obviously you have an imbalance in here. And then that little swing high right there. People got in at the last second. They left this high here. And that's good enough for me. Again, what am I doing? Oh, I'm on an overbought here. So what am I doing? I'm guaranteeing my profit. I knew it was going to go higher. But guess what? I'm taking the fucking profit. I don't give a fuck about being right. Yes, I'm trading my P&L a little bit, but I'd rather take the profit. So that being the case here, hope this is super game. 15 minutes, there's no way to make it short. So anyways, time distortion. Price is playing around. Now I'm taking a step back. I do not want to trade between the London close, which is technically around 11:30 for me. I don't want to trade between the London close. I don't want to trade London, and I don't want to trade the pre-New York PM session, which is obviously 1:30. So sometimes you can catch a trade at 1 o'clock, right? But that would be like if it was like really high or something. This was suspect. I wasn't even paying attention to the chart. I was actually going to be done. Came back to the charts and I was like, dude, for real? They ended up making these higher highs here, equal highs here, and then busted right through. Busted right through, and sure enough, did not take out these highs right here and reclaimed this imbalance, which is the 934. That's that 9:34 a.m. candle that I have dragged out. And then boom, I'm in the wick here, and I have lower highs here on the divergence. I've seen this many times. They're going to rush for it. Sure enough. And what are we doing here? What's the purpose of this sell? The purpose of this sell is, if you can't tell by the 15-minute or what we're doing, we had a lower low and we made a new lower high, which is up here. And this lower high made this beautiful leg down for a lower low, which it got now into our areas, which is what? Which it got down into that low. Remember, it bounced from there first. Remember? Rushed through for that low, and then now we came to this low. We missed this by 5 ticks. Literally, we missed this by 5 ticks. And when I was taking it down here, I did step away from the computer, but I was able to show people. I was afraid that people wouldn't even believe that I even took the fucking trade, so I decided to screenshot it here. But the point is that what is this? Lower high, lower low, lower high. Taking this trade for here, where is it going? For lower low. Now, that being the case, as you see here, I ended up getting out early once we took out this low here. And this was just a bonus trade. I really wasn't even going to trade the rest of the day. And I should have held it for here. And I should have held it for down here. But I didn't know if it was going to happen today. But sure enough, dude, look how beautiful this was. So this trade was pre 150 to 210 macro. So this was early. I could have even got in here and still held it down, and this macro would have held from the 150 to 210. Beautiful. But and then we went underneath the daily open, bounced resistance wise, right? Holding that as resistance. And beautiful. Look at this shit. And then guess what? We made that lower high to the lower low. We came very shy of that, the rest of that daily imbalance that's not sealed yet. See that? And we did not touch this down candles here. So I'm expecting still lower pricing, but now they got this built liquidity here. So we've made a lower low right here, and then we bounced all the way back up inside the range and made a lower high. See that? And then we came all the way back down. I mean, this is fucking beautiful, man. Right? You see that shit, right? So now we're here, and I'm again not interested again. So this is how the day panned out, and as you can see here, also with some of the decisions I was making, this will be the final confluence. We had lower highs here. So keep in mind, before I even get into that, real quick, that what outlined and protected the day was this imbalance right here. This 4 p.m. 1 hour candle from yesterday. See that? So as you see here, I don't think I mentioned this well, did I? Right here, the reason why I made a mistake here was, yes, I was just trying to raid and come up here, but I knew that we were in a good spot. Look how it controlled the price right here, right at this imbalance, and it sealed it. So as you see, it barely popped up. It went up like fucking not even 2 points, right? It came up 7 ticks, right? So, and I was not a part of 8:30. So 8:30, I was a part of 9:30. But see, this is the reason why I say don't trade at 8:30. First of all, you're gambling, because if you were here, you could have just ripped on you. Okay, it ripped up fine, but then you'd be on the wrong side of the market because you're expecting it to keep going because, oh, you got a wonderful trade and you're in, not realizing you got all this built liquidity that they're about to take. And you got to remember the order flow is bearish, right? And then on top of that, you see what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of that? As you see, they came down even before 9:30 and wiped them people out. So this will just confuse you. I'd just rather be ready at 9:30 and let them do this fuckery because this is easier, in my opinion. Hope that helps. But yeah, this control on this 1 hour right here was beautiful. See that? And we just paused up and then we froze at the 25% of the opening range right there. So didn't go any higher. But that being the case here, you'll see that the divergence that was helping me here is you had the divergence here on NAS. You had higher highs here with Dow and S&P. And this is lower highs here. And then that was also the reasoning of pushing down at the 9:30. So, and then we pushed down, we had drives down, we took out that low, and then S&P had a higher low. S&P had a higher low here, and Dow had lower lows, and Nas had lower lows right here. And this was also that beautiful buy. Why did I take that also the buy was here, we also had a divergence on Dow in the short term from this here, this higher low here, and you had lower lows here, and you had lower lows here. So you had a divergence. Where'd it go? You had a divergence in this divergence. So strong technical tool here. And what did it do? It price pushed up. So we pushed up all the way. It's at least 50% of the range probably. I'm not even going to measure it, but that's just some more game for you. And then guess what? When the price is here, guess what? We have higher lows here. I'm sorry, we have higher highs here with S&P and Dow, and we have lower highs here with fucking Nas. I mean, dude, today couldn't have got any fucking gorgeous, man. I mean, especially for Nas. So, because the flow was beautiful. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So here you had a speaker going on. They took out the highs, and that's fine. I would have still sold if it went up. But the point is we weren't getting the ranges that were big as maybe S&P. But I mean, man, this was beautiful, man. So once this came here, that's the purpose of taking this sell to go lower. So and then dollar also was not that helpful, but dollar was coming down at the same time we were coming down. But look how they did a trick here at about 230, 245. Then they pushed the price up because you didn't know if dollar was going to come down or up. But look how they came up here at between 2 and 3 o'clock. Then it pushed up, and you'll see here. This is how we came down between the 2 and 3 o'clock. Where is that? Here's the 2, and here's the 3 o'clock. See this? So they pushed up, and we started coming down, and sure enough, we came down. So what a fucking awesome video, in my opinion. Best 23 minutes ever. Very easy. Where do we go from here? That's going to be obviously the magic question here. And to be honest with you, I don't know. But what I can say is that my bias is still the same. I think we should still come lower and balance some of this price right here and get into these breakout artists. I'm going to draw the line right now just so I know I fucking did it. And just so I can see where it is here. It's going to be this. It's going to be this down candle on the weekly candle. So right here, when we push through, that's that weekly down candle. But when we push through, we had this high right here, and we had this high, and then we busted through. So I'm going to refine it right now to this. I think we should be coming for this. I'm going to delete this for now. But I know we should be coming here because now for the only reason, fact that when we busted through, all the breakout artists got away, right? So they're going to want to come balance some of that price. If you look on the weekly, you could see that these levels, see these equal highs here, and then we bust through with the week. Some people are on higher time frames. Some institutionals are on higher time frames, so they don't see this shit that we're seeing, or they don't pay attention to it. So they're going to want to come down and balance that up to here. I think this is a minimum goal for Nas. But from gap to gap is what we're doing right now, and I expect lower pricing still. So you guys take care, and God bless.